Back at it with another video. I see that y'all like Lil B, right? EBT Lil B originated from TYMB. So look, I'm telling this story. Actually, this is a reaction video. I see that y'all like the recent video short of mine, which I just don't understand how that video, out of all the videos I be doing, it's always the Chicago 2012, between 2012 and up until now, gang members that y'all seem to just can't get enough of, bro. Do you know, I just want to let y'all know, do you know how many, not to be glorifying, I'm not glorifying no violence, no gang. I grew up in it too, so I had my fair share. I got a bullet in me for the rest of my life. That actually sat me down. You know what I'm saying? And I think I had more support than half of the generation that grew up in the 90s, that actually was born in the 90s. Anybody that was born in the 90s, the King Vons, Dirk, them, they was all born in early 90s, mid 90s. They daddies. So I was actually walking past them, not knowing who they was gonna be when they got older. Because that Calumet building, I've been in that building. See, back then, BDs was and GDs was first cousins. See what I'm saying? So, and I got a history of just the neighborhoods I lived in. Can't nobody tell me about the South and East Side and Wild Hunters of Chicago. I don't know. Now, what I'm not familiar with is the West Side and the North Side. Those are the two sides I barely was on. But South, East, and Wild Hunters, that's all day. So, with that being said, I know y'all are fascinated with him wearing wigs and all that, and actually him being, doing things by himself. That was the traditional way, not to be glorified, but I'm telling the real true story on how the streets was in the early 2000s. You see what I'm saying? So early 2000s, late 90s, bruh, you talking about hits with wigs, Drunken Monkey, motherfucker dressing up as a woman. A lot of them didn't do that. Only the real constant on your belt to ass type of guys was doing that type of shit, man, for real. So back then it was more over structure and territory. But I'm about to do this reaction video a little bit. I see that is the video that's getting viewed a lot. I just don't understand it sometimes because it's much more than just that. So I gotta go pieces by pieces. I gotta go through this I'm not gonna play this. This video is 2 hours long, so just bear with me and kind of listen. I would go back to where he started. Just watch the video. Go to Chicago, scene 88. This dude, whoever that is, they narrow all they life story damn near by a T. Every part is not going to be truthful, but he's pretty close.
So I see, as I just mentioned, was also the brother of both Wee Wee and Chicken from EBT. Chicken, who was allegedly one of the killers of Ty from 065 Young Money I have already told you about, and Wee Wee is currently locked up for killing Lil Chris from TYMB in September 2010, 1 year after Lil B joined EBT. Either Jamie or Bohan from TYMB, it's unclear which one, but one of them told on Wee Wee investigators know that Wee Wee was likely retaliating for getting shot by Cortez from TYMB days before the murder of Lil Chris. Wee Wee is currently serving 38 years for the murder of 14-year-old Lil Chris and of 2 attempted murders of a 19-year-old and a 12-year-old.
See, that's why I kind of got to go through this because he be talking about other stuff, that's kind of resemblance, but I'm trying to keep it on Lil B.
Connection with the murder. He will be released in 2048, just 2 months after the murder of Chris. Sawicey allegedly killed Solo from TYMB. As you can see, EBT was really pressuring TYMB heavy at this time, and even Lil B slid on TYMB at this time, shooting up their block and whatnot. He was going at them because he was most likely felt some type of way after the false snitch rumors they put on him.
So they trying to say he snitched, and that is the reason why Lil B had what got a violation. And when somebody do something to you, I know their generation's not gonna have it anyway. So that will drive you either getting shot or beat up will drive you to flip or either go to another neighborhood. Now I don't get a lot of them there. They always talking about people flipping, and I never flip, but none of them was blessed in anything. You have to be blessed in to be a BD. You have to be blessed in to be a GD. You have to be blessed in to be a Stone, Vice Lord, whatever gang. Everybody didn't get blessed in. Some people got in by word of mouth or vouch for or something like that. So you have to be blessed in. So to me, all these little clicks and all that shit, it's really a disgrace. Not to be glorifying gangs, but from what I grew up in and known, like that's a disgrace to the gangs because y'all mixing everything together. So they claiming to be a clique, but their background is either BD, Stone, Vice Lord, and from an older guy that's from Chicago, we all say the same shit. They ass goofy for that, but that's their generation, and it is what it is.
However, just 1 month after the murder of Solo from TYMB retaliated by killing Tuka from STL/EBT.
So we gonna
Forever. The 12th of East 63. Others, Cortez and Courtney, have always been singled out as the killers. However, Oliver, light brown complexion along with butter implying King Von.
Welcome to your
At the same level as other known savages like D-Roy, King Von, Melly, C-Day and such. He was in this to win and did not like people who did not have the same mentality as him. That's why he did not hang out with most of the STL members, since he felt they were not in this as much as himself. He felt that they only sat on social media and claimed things he was behind. He even shot King Cole from STL in the leg for sneak dissing him in the summer of 2013. A lot of people from STL were really scared of Lil B. The people he mostly hung out with from STL were Duck, Lil J, Jakira, Buddha, Dutchie, Bostrel and Wooski. Other than that, he mostly hung out with older guys from EBT and actually did most of his dirt together with Jara members. Lil B.
That area, and it's crazy because I've been all through that area way before it was even called Wick City. See, I stayed on 67 in Indiana, like in 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, up until 2005 and 6. See what I'm saying? That's when they just started, and they was little as hell by then. So it's funny though. It's crazy how I walk past all they little ass and they are YouTube famous. Little B, YouTube famous. King Von, YouTube famous. Wooski, YouTube famous. Who else? Everybody that you hear and you hear stories about O Block and all the guys that died, they are YouTube famous. Like seriously. because you do a video about them, that it's gonna get views. So I mean, it's to be. I'm not trying to glorify, but like I said, it is what it is. It's just it is what it is, man. It exists. People try to run away from the truth and violence and all that, but hey, man, we living in these days, man.
He was really out in the field, without fear, allegedly catching multiple people and shooting a dozen of people. He was a real hothead, and I'm not surprised he was eventually killed by a police officer. He was always out
See,
in
that's the thing too. The fact that him and King Von was kind of the same, as far as applying pressure on their enemies. They both got killed by non-ops. They traditional neighborhood ops. Neither one of them got killed by Lil B got killed by the police. I remember that too. I'm telling you, when YouTube, when I remember that. So when that happened to him, it was a lot of videos about how it happened too. So, and the fact that little, King Von got killed by someone else too. You would have thought either or B Lil B would have got King Von, or King Von would have got Lil B. And a lot of people's asking like, why they never really intertwined? Because King Von was probably locked up too a lot. He was definitely getting locked up a lot at that time. So
traffic, hunting, or in apartments. That way he was very difficult to catch. It was the same with King Von, and that's why their paths never seemed to cross. BG from EBT even said it himself. They were very similar in that way, and both were killed by people who had nothing to do with the war. Lil B by the police and King Von in another state. Lil B was literally sliding on everybody, and there is evidence for everything. We're talking about a guy who has been mentioned as an offender in 32 different case reports. He was sliding on a block, 300, 600, his old gang, DYMB, 400 East Murder Drive, Chris World and Trap City.
damn, see what I'm saying, dude? That like y'all, I just don't get that era. That era, all that mixture, man. And I said it. I said that in '07. I said, man, they finna put all these project motherfuckers on blocks. Boy, do they know they doing? Do they know what they doing? Do they actually know what the fuck they doing? And there you go. You get the drill. That's what birth drill. When the buildings got knocked down, Stateway Gardens, Robert Taylor Homes, all that, the BD building, Calumet, man, when that got, I knew it. I predicted what's gonna happen. I said, man, you know how many motherfuckers about to die? All of us, everybody my age group was saying the same thing. We all older, so we was like, man, this shit about to be crazy. And me, I ended up moving before all that though. So not because of that. It was other reasons. But '07, we was like, boy, they finna knock down all these buildings. Oh man, it's about to be, you mean people about to get killed? I'm telling you. And they don't even, they was shorty. So there you go. Here come the little
Is
bees
a big
and King
problem for
Von.
every single set I just mentioned. In the year 2011, Lil B is rumored to have caught 4 bodies, and then I do not include the rumor that he was involved in the murder of Baldy, which I do not believe. Man, so we was hungry and shit. We was smoking and shit. We hungry. We say, fuck it, man. Everybody's like, man, we finna go and march the Sharks on 63rd. So we marched the Sharks and shit. Everybody order and shit. Out of nowhere, Lil B pop up in that bitch. He shake up with me. We show 16. What's up, folks? Ooh, shit. He walk over to Brody Ailes, who y'all know as Jael. He walk over there to him. He like, man, bro, motherfuckers, my bitch told me you would sneak this to him.
So Trench's news is basically he done came up, man, off these stories. Like a lot of them though. A lot of them. Cause I mean he been around him. It is footage of him. I got the footage of him being around Lil B. Like Trench's news with his mask off. So I'm gonna do my own documentary on Lil B myself. So, cause I see y'all like it, y'all really watching him.
As I was locked up, Jael folded like laundry, Mac. The nigga say, no, you ain't talking about me. You talking about Cole. So Lil B was like, alright then. Long as you say you ain't do it, alright. He walked out of that bitch, marched to Everhard, Cole and them right there, everybody dice gang, everybody out there. He walk up to Cole, ask Cole the same shit. Cole tell his ass, Cole was like, man, don't approach me about no bitch, man. Get the fuck on. Some shit like that, some goofy, some shit like that. He ain't calling no goof, but he was like, man, you better get the fuck on with that shit. Lil B took out Ratchet. It's already cocked back. Bam! Leg shot, crowd dispersed.
That's Country's news. So yeah, man, I'm not really for the, you know, I want to deep more into this, but I'm gonna do my own documentary on him. It is, but the streets will always be there, and I was gonna keep it going, but I'm gonna go on and end this video because I'm gonna do my own documentary on it. He be doing too much. He be talking about all this Chicago scene. He be talking about the whole, which is good for him to explain all of the areas and why he was on EBT and how it happened. But I think I'm gonna tell my own story though. This was so, now y'all coming in here now, so I might as well go on and go back to the video. Hold on, man. Give me 2, 3 seconds.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it's like a lot that get down and never hurt a real killer because a real killer know how to move. You feel me? A real killer just not finna be out here loose as hell like a lot of these nobody. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them got checked out and man was really like a lot of them was nobodies. I'ma speak for Tupperville. A lot of they was nobodies. They was kids that was just out here loose as hell, and the hood had what it had going on, and they was getting their little coat straight up. Just like if Lil B was alive when Von was doing his thing. You see what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, they never ran across each other because it's like, you not finna catch no real killer because a real killer got the same mindset you got. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's gonna be hard to get up with it. That's gonna be some type of back door or something. You gotta send a to something with him, or his mans take a sack on him or some type of hit when it come to real killers getting checked out.
Hey, he is not lying. So that's why him and Vaughn didn't really run into each other because they both was on the same stuff, you know. But reality is all for nothing. Niggas is dying for nothing constantly. All that gang shit. I'm not gonna like glorify that shit. I'm not. So the story is the story. The reality is the reality. But the conclusion, it leads you to death. Period. So that's just bottom line.
My mama, killers and killers.
You're not gonna be out here just drilling and killing and then still living in the same neighborhood and then you just gonna make it. No, that's not how it works. You have to either move away, stop doing what you're doing, or you get killed or went to jail. That's it. That's the only ways. Ain't no just doing hits and then still walking around Chicago. It's not gonna happen, bro. Like seriously, like he just said, it's either somebody gonna send a girl, it's gonna be some backdoors type That's how most of them got killed by somebody they knew they was comfortable.
Stink alike, man.
But
You not
Lil
finna
B
just
got
be out
killed by
here
the
standing on
police.
no motherfucking block and you out here getting busy, getting really wild. Huh? Really gotta
Right.
work.
See what I'm saying? You can't be standing all out and be hanging out like you regular. You can't do that. That's why they mess. That's why they be dying. I'm telling you, I promise you. Not talking about Lil B case. Some get lucky and still can walk the streets of Chicago and with them. But if they keep doing that, I know this for a fact. I done seen my generation die and they generation die. But y'all generation today is the worst, bro. Y'all, put it like this: my generation, we weren't on the cameras. We didn't fuck with cameras. We didn't tell what we did. We wasn't doing hits with three people. It would be one person, two at the most. These little niggas nowadays, not to be glorified, is scary as hell. Seriously, because they do shit three and four people at a time. That's crazy. To us, it's like, what? Tell. Somebody gonna tell on you.
That body, man.
Now we have come to Lil B's first alleged body, and there is evidence of this since his name has been mentioned in the murder report. On September 26, 2011, Lil B allegedly caught his first body. According to witnesses to the murder, a verbal altercation took place between two groups of males. The victim, Jizzle, was in one of the groups and was wearing a white t-shirt. The witnesses then heard gunshots and observed the two groups shooting at each other. One witness described one of the offenders as a male with a black hoodie. Both groups of males then ran in unknown directions. The victim, Jizzle, whose real name was Carl Spencer, ran to 6031 South King Drive and collapsed on the sidewalk. He had been shot in the left side of the head, right shoulder, abdomen and lower torso. Jizzle was quickly transported to Strawger Hospital where he was sadly pronounced dead. Police
And this, I don't know why I tell everybody they think this shit cool, but it ain't, man. Partaking in any street justice. Now, I gotta be truthful too though, because some people, family members be getting killed and that will drive you to, you know what I'm saying? That will drive you. That right there. Cause I know myself. So I just thank God nothing ever happened to none of my circle of people, mama, the cousins, none of them got killed in the streets of Chicago. Still living in Chicago. So I never had to do all that, get wild because somebody did something to my family members. See what I'm saying? So I thank God for that though. So you gotta have God in your life, man. A lot of these shorties, they don't know nothing about that. Both of my grandmas, Jehovah Witnesses. Not my granddaddy. One of my granddaddy was in World War II. See what I'm saying? So my mama side is the gang side. Is the all that side. My father's side is more conservative. No jail, nobody went to jail type. You know what I'm saying? Family, married, everybody. You know what I'm saying? So my mama side though, it's always like that though. It's either your mama or your father's side. Most people be with their mama. So my mama side, the gang, all that. My uncle, nigga, his kids, his grandkids, they all in the street. So but I had a leverage. I had a balance. My father's side was more nobody went to jail. All my uncles not no jailbirds. Nobody, even they sons. You see what I'm saying? Come on, bruh. They don't have that. If all you know is drill, kill, in they era, oh yeah, that's why you get the King Vons and Lil B's.
said they found several 45
And this is how you even know their story because it's killers. It been killers in Chicago way before King Von and Melly and KTS Dre and Von and come on, man. It way it just nobody tells those stories. I got a lot of stories, but it's a lot of shit I can't say either though, and I won't say. See, I'm not like them. They love to tell
caliber
you what they
spent shell
did.
casings on the sidewalk.
I didn't come from telling nothing. You take it to the grave. That's why I was raised on. You never tell nobody what you did in the street. That's the difference between their generation and my generation.
as well as several 9mm spent shell
Not to
casings on
be
the carway
glorifying
and
either.
street. According to the police report on the murder of Jizzle, his mother was interviewed and told that almost immediately after the murder the word was out on the street that Mason, Lil B, Shaw had killed her son together with Tutu, and that they had left the city immediately after the murder in fear that any witness would talk to the police. She said that she had always heard through all these years that it was Lil B and Tutu who murdered her son, and that she later learned that Tutu had been killed only 2 months after Jizzle, and that Lil B had been shot dead by police in March 2014. The victim.
See what that is though? That's one thing my grandma always told me too though, man. It's like, man, that dude, you can get cursed out here, man. All that killing is, I, man. If you can get lucky too and be able to live through your life. I know some killers that still, they're not the same now. They way conservative. They didn't change their life, so it's all in you, shorties. When y'all be doing y'all shit, I understand. I know what my city is about, so I already know why they doing what they doing. They once you start, you in there and it's over with. So
Jizzle, who was a member of Squirt Town, which is basically the same as Brick City and 600, was a very respected and loved member. The report also showed that he was known to have 2 bodies to his name. The ironic thing is that Jizzle was a GD from a BD set, and his killer was a BD from a GD set. Just goes to show how little the nations mean.
exactly, and that once again, uh, to older generations is like it may sound contradicting and glorifying, but it is what it is. Once again, Chicago is a different city. Everybody that live in Chicago know. Say, hit the motherfucker you supposed to hit, man. Don't be hitting innocent people. You see what I'm saying? And you should really supposed to tell them not to do none of that, but they're not gonna not do it. So you're wasting your time. You might as well talk to them in they lingo. When I was young, running up and down the street, saw this lady tell her son, "Do not be shooting while these kids is outside." Ain't that something? So imagine the households in Chicago, generations grew up in gang and shootings and all that. The lingo is gonna be different. It's gonna sound less, it's gonna sound very uh how can I put that word far as somebody telling their son not to be shooting outside with them kids. Like what? How about why the fuck is you shooting? Stop doing that. Don't do that. But they're not gonna not do it. So the way she said, and that's people say that. They say that about Bo Deal, what he be saying, because he talk positive about stuff, but then he can, you have to tell him, hey, stop shooting them half court shots, man. Get up on your target. A lot of people gave him flack for that, and they don't understand because they're not from Chicago. You gotta be from Chicago to know this shit. Period.
Applying for Yendo is fast and easy and
Now, Tutu, now that I know what happened, because I remember when this happened, when his funeral got shot up on 71st and King Drive. That's right down the street from them, though. See how after a while they learned we cannot keep, these kids that's getting killed in this neighborhood. They can't have a funeral in the neighborhood funeral because somebody could possibly shoot it up. So now they start stuff like that. Like his was definitely, and his was like in 20, I think 2015, 2014, 20, no, 2014. And when I heard about that, like, what? Motherfucker shooting up. Like, that wasn't happening in Chicago, bro. These little niggas, Von them age, they are the ones, bro. Anybody that's 28 years old to 30, that's the drill era. So, allegedly, Bite Down. I got a documentary on Bite Down. You can go watch that video. He shot up, supposedly, allegedly shot up Tutu's funeral on 71st and King Drive. anybody that know in that area, it's a church right there on 71st, right when you make a right going south, or if you're going north on King Drive, approaching 71st, you make a left, the church is on the right. If you're going south on King Drive, you make a right, the church is on the right. It's a like a I don't know what it is there now, but it was like a restaurant, and then down some the church, and then you cross the street, walk down 71st Street is the basketball court that we used to hoop. I used to always hoop over there with the BDs and shit. So you be having a lot of
In 2017, Skinny from Jaro City, whose real name was K.N. Vance, was arrested and charged with aggravated battery with a firearm after shooting.
So basically, I'm not gonna go through this whole video. This video is too long. It's like 2 hours long, and I'm not doing it. So look, I'm gonna do my own video, my own documentary about Lil B. He's lacking a lot of images. So that's the one thing I saw about Chicago Scene 88. He lacks images. He only give you the images after the dialogue when he read the whole paragraph, which is cool. That's his format. It's a cool format to have. Something different, but it's getting kind of weaker because you have Trap Lil Ross. Trap Lil Ross, he have to be paying somebody. See him, he probably doing all this shit by himself. Trap Lil Ross, he got a team. He got a team of editors, and he got nothing. He got helly images, but he's not from Chicago, so I don't really. They all using YouTube shit, which everybody is though. Everybody is, but you have to kind of be from Chicago to kind of tell the story. How it's more authentic, because then I can tell you more. I can go back in that time and be like, oh, I remember this and that. Say, motherfucker, that's not from Chicago, can't do that. They're only gonna go through the rabbit hole on YouTube and write down, because he do that. He take notes. I saw him do that in a live with somebody from Chicago when they was getting on his ass about making them videos about King Von. So he was taking notes down as they was talking. And that's white. The only white person to do that. A white person to have it the way he have it, because he can tell this story. Like me, I'm not about to be going deep and talking about who killed who. I'm not. No, I would never do that. None of my videos is like that. And if it is like that, it's them saying it, not me. I'm not gonna say that. So I don't come from that cloth of telling, oh, and lying. How the hell you know who killed what? Me, I kind of know. I know they be talking, they tell. Once I seen them tweets, yeah, they did it. Fuck you talking about? Not everybody either, but the ones that got the name. Chicago always been a city of names. You got niggas that grew up, they want their name in the street, and when they say that name, they mean they put that work in type name. So all of them, they just whatever though. But I just can't believe everybody like that Lil B, and I got a lot of views off that Lil B and subscribers Lil B video. And I'm like, what? Out of 600 videos, they like this one. YouTube is weak as hell, but whatever. This is BTV1, and I am about to be up out of here. I appreciate all the news. I don't do all documentary. I mean, I don't do all street content. I try to mix it in with some little animal voiceovers. I try to do different shit. I don't want no channel just doing all street. So you will get videos that's not going to be street. You see what I'm saying? So I'm letting y'all know now. Every video is not going to be about King Von and Lil B and Melly and KTN. I did all that when I first started. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not. I come back to this, and then here you go, all these views and subscribers. It's like, come on, bruh. Is you serious? So I'm letting y'all know now. I mix it up. I don't have all the same content. I got female subscribers. They don't want to see this shit every video. Come on, man. Then sometimes you got to elevate your mind and get out of the streets. Stop having the mind of the streets all the time. You see what I'm saying? Like, I can introduce y'all to some smart shit too. But those, unfortunately, is the videos that don't get views. It's always the street, Chicago, anybody from Chicago that did something in the street, y'all love, they love it, they like it. I don't get it. It's much more than life than this street shit. This is BTV1. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I am out.